Boop. Stop. Okay. I need this over. This is not. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Once again, this is, well, nope, that didn't work. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I am an acting and performance coach, and today I'm going to be reacting to Angelina Jordan singing apparently an original song called Million Miles. This was suggested to me by this lovely viewer, and I will be taking a look at it for the very first time. I have heard Angelina Jordan sing before. I've heard what I'm assuming is a very popular performance of hers where she sang Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it was for America's Got Talent. And of course, that performance, like it did anybody who had ears, absolutely blew me away. With that in mind, I've heard that she also has some very powerful performances from when she was very, very young. I know she was, what, like 13, I think, whenever she did the America's Got Talent thing. I don't know when this is from. I don't know how old she is in it. I just know that it's apparently an original song, and this is the studio version per the request. And yeah, I'm excited to get into it. A new person, someone else on the channel, someone who hasn't been here before. It's always exciting for me when I'm starting someone new up, inviting a new fandom onto the channel. So to all the Angelina Jordan fans out there, how you doing? Please hit that subscribe button, click the little notification bell to get notified the next time I upload a video, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below and let me know of anything you might like me to react to in the future, as well as letting me know what you think about this lovely video right here. Thank you so much for being here. To all my patrons out there, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for everything you do for the channel. Thank you for being so patient and kind with me as I'm learning all of this on the fly. If you would like to sign up for the Patreon and get a little more access to what's going on behind the scenes, get more videos per week, get videos earlier than they show up here on YouTube, and have more direct access to both me and the content that is going to be put up on this channel, have more direct control, be able to vote in polls, make specific requests, come on over to the Patreon, sign up. I'm enjoying it. I think my patrons are enjoying it, despite all the technical foibles. But having said all that, thank you for being here, regardless of where you are or how you got here. I appreciate having you here. Let's get into the video. Angelina Jordan, Million Miles.
When I was a child, I walked the streets. They see me growing up. Know you were all I need. I see me in myself. All the years, it's like it's in my tears. I think what he's giving me.
Something I noticed right away is that her control is greater. She has to be older here, right? I'm guessing somewhere between 17 and 20. Certainly older than the America's Got Talent video, and it shows in her voice. She had an amazing voice. That was an amazing performance. But there's a lot more maturity here, and she's growing up really fast in her voice, I think. There's a lot more going on here, a lot more control over her runs, the positioning, her breath is even better. And it's weird to say that because she was so amazing when I saw her before. So I'm really impressed. But this certainly is a lot more modern than sort of what I was expecting. I don't know why, but I kind of had the feel of her doing something a bit more classical, more jazzy, more Ella Fitzgerald, more Norah Jones. Not necessarily pop, and this isn't necessarily pop. I've only heard a few bars, but it certainly is more pop than what I expected.
Seeing myself through all the years, it's like it's in my tears.
That was lovely. That's beautiful.
I think what he's giving me, the smiles and the memories, but now he's not here to hold my hand. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I'll never.
She has a sort of unique way of hitching her notes. There's not always runs, not like full runs. There's sort of just little hitches, little catches in the vocalization that I think is really interesting to listen to. It certainly adds a lot of color to the song.
I'll never regret what I do.
Just so much flexibility.
Million miles apart. It's pulling on high, like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone. I know I'm never alone. I know that I'm never alone.
lovely.
Said I'm watching you.
So she has this very nice, texture to her voice, and it's always there. You can hear it very prominently when she's more in her sort of speech range, right? Or even a little lower. You can hear it. It's not gruff. It's not rasp. It's just a smokiness, I don't know the word for it. It's just a little bit of density in the texture of her vocals that is very interesting to listen to. And it gives her voice a very mature, a very almost wise feel to it. Like it makes you believe her, or it helps you believe her. Here it comes.
You said I'm watching you from the moon.
It's under everything.
Everywhere, see everything you do. I can't see you, but I know you're here. It's like you're in my tears. I think what he's giving me, the smiles and the memories, but now he's not here to hold me. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I'll never regret what I do.
I'm sorry, I just want to go back just a little bit real quick. There was something I heard. I just want to see if I heard it right.
I'll never regret what I do. We're a million miles apart. It's pulling my heart like an empty bubble to breathe from. I can't make it.
There is some vocal fry happening.
But I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone.
So yeah, she really works with that vocal fry a lot. Now, I don't know how many of you are fans of this person, but there's the artist Lea Michele has something that's very specific to her voice that kind of reminds me of this. Now, it's not the same thing, but it's a thing that most artists use. Usually one of two things is happening. Either they're using it for color, or it's happening by accident because their voice is tired or they're making mistakes, technically. For Lea Michele, it's that little cry on the onset of a lot of her phrases, which I think she uses as a way to protect herself from vocal strain. And with her, it's this little fry onset. It's the same thing. It's on the onset, and I feel like it serves a similar purpose in that I think that what I'm hearing is her using that fry to slide into her lyrics, but I don't think it's so much to protect her voice or anything technical. I think it feels to me more like she's sliding into all of her phrases with this fry as a part of the aesthetic, to sort of express a state of being, like a mood or an attitude.
I know in my heart,
Right here.
I know that
I
I'm
know.
never alone. I know I'm never alone.
So good. Wow. Okay. I got to hear that again. Now I'm really impressed with it because she hit this high note in the America's Got Talent performance, Bohemian Rhapsody, and everybody was very impressed by it. And every time I've seen a reaction, a vocal coach react to it, they're very impressed by it. And I always think I must be missing something. There must be something in the technique that I don't know about, because it didn't sound that great to me. It sounded like she pushed to get there, which I think she did. It sounded like that when she got there, she was kind of at the top of her range, and she didn't have very much flexibility. She didn't have very much agility. And it just felt like she did it to hit the big note, to try to hit a big note because she's in a competition. And she hit the big note, and that was great. And it sounded great, don't get me wrong, but it didn't feel as free as I would like to hear most of the time. It didn't feel as loose or as, I don't know, as easy. It should feel easy most of the time, right? But this time, this high note here, this little belt that she hits, it's like mixed belt, it was free, it was open, there was agility, there was strength, and there was freedom in it. I can't say the word free enough. It was just letting go and existing in the, it was just letting go and existing in the note, as I think you should. And I think it was beautiful.
I know I'm never alone.
Oh, I got to hear it one more time. Just the dexterity that she showed at the top of that note was amazing. I have to hear it one more time.
I know I'm never alone.
It sounds like auto-tune. I don't think it was. It doesn't sound mechanical. I could be wrong. My ear is not that well trained. But the way she bounced, that she transitioned through those like three quick little notes in there, sounded like auto. It sounded so sharp. It had that sort of texture to it. I don't think it was. Again, it did not have the mechanical feel, but that's a compliment. If you can do something where somebody says that has to be auto-tuned and it's not, then kudos to you. Wow. Okay.
I wonder when I close my eyes, are you in my dreams tonight? I wonder, are your friends the stars, the songs for you, wherever you are.
She's really starting to feel it now. Look at her.
We're a million miles
I loved that.
is pulling my heart.
So I really loved the way she did that. She got really into that big note and did a little work up there, and then silence, just stopped it. And then when she came back, she was way down here, and it was, well, I mean, the note was still high, but I'm talking about the volume. The dynamics was much lower. It was a lot more air, and it was just a beautiful transition.
We're a million miles apart, is pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone.
Okay. It was a great song, great performance. It was a great, vocally it was really good. You guys are not going to like me, I think, in just a minute, because I've got to be honest, right? I've just got to be. The song was great. The performance was great. I would love to see it live, because I don't believe her here. When I watched her perform Bohemian Rhapsody on America's Got Talent, I really, really enjoyed the performance. She really gave a lot in that performance. The problem here in this performance, for me, is that she's not... You guys are going to hate me.
We're a million miles apart, is pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone.
I feel like the problem for me here is that look, I haven't seen anything of her, right? I've seen that one performance. I saw it maybe 6 months ago or so, and I've seen it a few times since, but it was from a long time ago, right? She was 13. My problem is that I just get the vibe, like I get the feeling, like if I were watching her and I were giving notes, okay? My sense would be that she's getting some lag from her performances. Like it's like not really just going through the motions, more like I've done this so many times. This is becoming work. It's becoming work. It's no longer just a passion. It's no longer something that I'm able to simply lose myself in. I'm starting to feel like I'm sludging through this, like I'm having to push this. And so I'm here and there are cameras and we're recording and we're doing this over and over. So I'm going to pull out all of the expressions and the head tilts and the hand gestures and the positions and all the stuff I need to pull out to try and manufacture the performance. This one, okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say it. I'm certain she is a marvelously talented young lady, but she's been doing this her whole life, right? I'm wondering if it's not getting or at this moment, if it wasn't getting a little played out for her. Or it's also possible like this. This is also a possibility. So I'm going to throw out an olive branch here. Okay, so don't murder me in the comments, all right? The olive branch is this. It's possible that this song is too personal. Something that happens sometimes with some performers whenever they're singing or performing a song that is too close to home without the proper techniques administered, right? Without teaching them just certain techniques they can use to really sort of dig into that, it can often lead to them holding back, because emotions are like floodwaters. Okay, they're like it's like a flowing river next to a dam, and the thing about rivers is they're destructive. If you have a song that you can connect to and you can really open up with, that's great. But then there's that song that you can potentially have that doesn't just connect with you, that literally hits you in the core. Like there's something so personal, so sensitive, so fragile, so raw inside there, that if it touches it, you will lose it. You will lose containment. And you may be able to sludge through, hold things back, but you're going to, especially as a singer, you're going to lose control of your larynx. You're going to start kind of catching in your throat. You're going to start producing mucus and things in different places like your nose and stuff in your throat, which is going to mess up your performance. And in a studio performance like this, it'll also mess up your makeup. And so it'll cost a lot of money because you'll have to stop, reset, dry everything off, and reapply. All the while, everybody's sitting around getting paid while you're getting your makeup done. So there's a lot of considerations that go into something like this. So it is possible, just as an olive branch, it is totally possible that this song connects too close to home. I heard, or somewhere in the comments, right, in one of the requests for this, I was told that this was written about something that happened to her in her own life, the loss of a loved one, right? It's possible that it's just too close to home and she can't connect because of that. That's a possibility, in which case it's not her fault. There are techniques you can learn to apply in this kind of situation that will allow you to sort of divert the flood, right? While still allowing the emotions to flow. If you don't learn those techniques, you can end up in a place where you are stifling the emotions and you end up performing, like putting on a show of emotion rather than just experiencing them and living through the song. That's my most generous sort of analysis of this. I hope I didn't upset anybody too much. It was a beautiful song. I'm certain on the right night, probably most nights, the performance would like hit me right in the heart. This one just didn't. I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy the performance from her in this one. Vocally, she blew me away in a couple of spots. It was just the performance wasn't there from an acting perspective, from a stage presence perspective. It just wasn't there. She's a beautiful girl. She's got a beautiful talent. I love that she's barefooted all the time. I just don't. This one performance, it just didn't do this. I hope that you don't hate me. Don't tear me apart in the comments. If you think I'm missing something, give me a performance. Leave it down in the comments. Leave me a link to a performance of hers. Live is preferable, where she really connects with her song, and you feel like it'll just discount everything I just said and show me how great of a performer she really is. Do that. Leave it down there in the comments. I call it a challenge. Let's make it happen. All that being said, thank you so much for being here. If you're new and you don't hate me, please hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon to get notified the next time I upload a video. If you do hate me, hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon to get notified the next time I upload a video. That way you can come back and hate on me some more, because what's the fun of only doing it once? Hit the thumbs up button, or more likely on this one, the thumbs down button. Leave me a comment and let me know how much you love the video, or more likely how much you disagree with everything I said, how horrible I am, and how I must not understand anything about music or life in general because I can't understand Angelina Jordan's performance. Leave that in the comment section down below. Give me something you'd like me to react to in the future. Leave me a performance of hers that will really show off her potential, her ability to perform live and connect to her lyrics. I want to see that because I believe she has that in her. Thank you so much for being here. To my patrons, I love you. You're amazing. To all of you, remember to be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Also be kind to me. I don't hate her. I promise. Thank you.